Alright, guys, what's up? Today's Friday. Pretty wonderful day. Today was a very unexpected day, to say the least. So, I don't know if you guys know this, but deadlifting is my least favorite out of the mighty 3 SBD squat bench deadlift. And a very good reason why. I'm very short and stubby, so naturally I tend to suck at deadlifts because I have a hard time getting under the bar, yada yada yada. But I do well with squat and bench for the same reason. I have short limbs, so less distance, There's dad. I didn't see him do that while I was filming. I just wanted to put it in there. Anyways, so basically I was just surprised because things went better than expected. So here we are warming up at 185. Earlier I was doing 135. I was feeling pretty good, honestly. I think, okay, right there I was trying to experiment with hook grip, so I'm questioning myself. But there I go back to switch grip because I'm not trying to deal with that right now. Anyways, so I'm really trying to focus on activating my glutes and my hams right before I go to bench, getting rid of the slack on the bar. The things that they tell you to do on the YouTubes and the Googles. So here I go for my first working set. Go 275. So for here, I got out the smelling salts because these actually really helped me with deadlifts for some reason. And this felt surprisingly well when I went to go for 275 for 4. Sorry. I go for a touch and go like on the first 2 reps and then the last 2 reps. So there's a touch and go. And then I set it down right here and then redo it and then touch and go again. That felt really solid, honestly. Interestingly enough, I was not able to pull 295 at all up until 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So here I am doing it for 4. Felt really good, honestly. I can't remember if I ended up stopping in them. Oh, I stopped on each one. So I ended up readjusting or just resting for a second on between each rep. But still, it felt surprisingly good. Now, I think something that really helped with this was my deficit deadlift work accessory. I guess variation that I put in there. That insanely boosted my my lift from just the ground because I wasn't even able to get the weight off the ground. So I was like, what am I gonna do here? I can't even get the weight off the ground. So I started doing deficit deadlifts and that really helped. So I felt really good today and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go for something I've never gone before. I'm gonna go for 315 because I've tried to touch that before, never even close. And here I go, and then there we go. Dude, like that's like pretty like that's pretty fast. That's surprisingly fast, and it was just smooth. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go crazy and then do 335 because I was like, I'm not gonna try and obviously max out right now. I'm gonna still stay at RP 9 because that 315 for one felt like our RP of like 8, honestly, if I'm being honest with you. So like, this is probably a good jump. And well, there you go. It was a great jump. It felt really good and I didn't feel like super overblown. So that is literally spot on perfect. Spot on perfect. Anyways, so now I go to do deficit deadlifts. Like I was saying earlier, you can't see it, but I'm standing on 2 plates like I did for RDLs on Tuesday, but I guess the video is posted on Wednesday on my leg day. So it's the same setup basically, but I'm actually just doing deadlifts now. I don't know why. I have no idea why. I just saw it on multiple YouTube videos. They recommended it if you're struggling on from the bottom position lifting off. And they suggested this. So I just started doing it, and oh my gosh, it is insanely helpful. So pretty sick. There's me resting. So 245, I went up because it felt really good. That honestly, the set before that felt like RP 8, so I decided to go up a little bit. This is kind of the sweet spot, honestly. I think I'm actually really getting a good handle on RPE now. I haven't started using RPE. Well, I hadn't started using RPE until about, I want to say 5-6 weeks ago, because I started kind of using it at the beginning of the powerlifting split, but it was only like a couple weeks in where I really started to actually use it consistently. I was still trying to use percentages of my predicted 1 rep max, which doesn't, it's not that accurate. Here it's a better angle if you want to see. It's kind of hard to see because everything's just black. I'm wearing black socks and black plates on a black mats. So, anyways, but like I was saying, I wasn't able to gauge RPE because, well, I wasn't used to it. But after you start using it, I mean, it's been 6-7 weeks now, and I'm like I'm pretty good at determining what my RPE is. At least I think, because I I feel fatigued to a degree where I know I did something, and it's like somewhat fatigued, but I'm getting stronger, and I have enough like fatigue management so I feel good. So I mean, I feel like I'm doing pretty well. So hopefully this goes well next week. Next week's gonna have to be crazy because I'm gonna try and ramp it up to RP 10. So that's gonna be crazy. We'll see how that goes. I'm feeling pretty sore right now from this because I did this just an hour ago. So we'll see. Hopefully. So here's just some cable rows, just some accessory work. I just like to put these in here. I like doing cable rows, but I'm not able to do them ever because I'm doing so much compound barbell lifts. There's me rising from the dead. And only doing 2 sets here. I'm really trying to accentuate stretching out my mid back or rhomboids and rear delts, if you want to get complicated with it. I think it's really, really helpful to stretch them out because I can feel them better, and also generally that does produce more growth, generally, but it doesn't really matter. Honestly, if you're just putting it under load, it's not a huge deal. But I just like it because I feel it more, and there I go to fail a little bit, and then I just kind of let go because it's my last set, so it's fine. But yeah, so that should be the video. Hope you guys liked it. Subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.